In this video, we'll start creating the third feature of our platform game, which are the AI enemies. So a quick recap, we already have a couple of them created in the previous videos. The first one is the moving platform, as you can see here, which is moving through a list of navigation points, and it shows up and disappears with time. Then we have our laser turret, which will eventually kill the player on touch. Right now we only have here on the console, as the player is hit, we have the laser has hit the player message, and now we're going to start creating the AI enemy. For that, I'll go to the editing browser and I'm going to look for my alien woman model right here. I'm going to click on it to import it to my project. Here it is. Oh, just going to move it up into the world like this. Let's just increase so you can see it better. Okay. And I'm going to start by removing the random movement script like we did in the player. And actually, we also have an additional script on the rig child game object called run walk idle controller, which I'm also going to remove. And I don't think I removed it from the player. So let's look at the rig game object from the player. And oh, I think we removed that actually, but we haven't saved it on the prefab. So let's just apply. And on our alien woman, we're going to also add a nav mesh agent and set the radius and the base offset. Okay, and we also need to set our ground as our navigation mesh. So I'm going to select the ground, set it to navigation static, open the AI navigation window and click on bake. So now this bluish tint over my ground represents the areas that the nav mesh agents will be able to navigate around. Now for the navigation part, I'll be using a script called Smooth Turning with Nav Mesh AI that I found on the website of Keith M. And I did some changing because Keith, first of all, thank you Keith for the code snippet. I did some changing because on Keith's original code, he would click on a position in the navigation mesh and the agent would move to that point, and that's not what we want. What we want is our agent to just pick a spot in the world, go to that point. Once it gets there, change, just pick another random point, go to that point, and keep navigating around looking for our player. But we'll be using this code from Keith. I have added some comments to detail what the code does. Of course, the code is in the project. And if you have any questions about it, just feel free to reach out to us. So I'm going to open this code right now, and I'm going to make some changes to reflect this change of not clicking and also adding the animation. So what I'm going to do for starters is set our animation reference and variables. And I'm going to start with my private animation. And then 3 floats, which are the walk speed, which is set to 1, run speed, which is set to 2, and the crossfade time of 0.1. Okay, great. Now, on my start function, I'm going to get my animation reference. And I'm using get component in children because the animation component is in the rig child game object. So that's why I'm using get component in children. And then actually, before we continue, let's just save the script and just see if the script is working as it is right now. Meaning if, you know, our agent actually moves around our world, and then we can set up the animation. Here's my alien woman. I'm gonna add the enemy navigation script. I'm gonna change the minimum distance waypoint to 3. So this is as the FMesh agent finds new destinations, it's going to check, am I less than this distance to the waypoint? If I am, then I'm going to get the next waypoint. And if the value is too small, you can have the agent just walking in circles trying to reach out to destination. I just want to prevent that. So I just set this distance to 3, and let's have a look. Okay, so our agent, it is actually moving around the world. Let's try to, there she is. But of course it's not animated, so let's continue doing that. We already have our animation reference. So we stopped on here, start, we got our animation reference right here. And now what I need to do is I am going to create a new function called set animation and speed that will receive a animation name. And first thing I'm going to do is call the animation component crossfade animation name and crossfade time. And then I need to handle the speed of I need to change the speed of my agent based on the animation. So if my animation is walk, I'm going to change the agent speed to walk speed. And if I'm using run, and I'm going to use run on the next video actually. I'm going to explain how in a second. And okay, so I set the speed, and one last thing I need to do is on the set agent final destination function, which is actually the function that picks the pointed world for our agent to go to. I'm going to call set animation and speed to walk. Okay, save it. And now if we go back to Unity, our agent will be hopefully animated. Let's have a look. Press play. And there she is. She is now walking around the world. So we have our AI agent walking around, animated, to smooth turning when she gets to a point, which stuff you haven't seen yet, right? So let's have a look. When she gets to the point she's going, she's going to pick a different spot, and there you go. She did a smooth turn, just in stride with the walk. She's a little bit small, isn't she? We're going to increase her scale a little bit. But now, the behavior we're going to add in the next video is, if the player gets into the AI's field of view, then I want the AI to run after my my player. And if she gets too close to the player, then it's game over. So let's just increase the size here. Where's our alien woman? I think our player is 0.022. Okay, let's use 0.022 here as well. Let's copy and paste to make it easier. Move it up a little bit. Okay, and let's press play. Now it should be better. There she is. Okay, now now she's much more intimidating. Great. So in the next video we will do the behavior where if the player gets into the AI field of view, we have the AI chasing the player, and that's when we're going to use the run animation.